This is the third video on the series of the Tree of Life. The first two are linked in the description down below, and I do recommend you check those out if you haven't already. For today, we're going to be looking at the 4 worlds of the Tree of Life. Now, this is a concept that's not always very well understood. I'm going to do my very best to give you the briefest of tours so that you understand as much as you need to know to be able to continue your researches. The Tree of Life is divided into 10 Sephirot, as we've already seen, going from Kether, the most abstract point, all the way down to Malkut, which is the most concrete sphere. And this Tree of Life can actually be divided into 4 parts. The most abstract part up here, and then another part over here, which would be starting to come into the realm of conception, and then over here coming into the realm of intellectual existence, and over here the realm of manifestation. There are different ways of dividing the tree. Some people say that in fact Kether is a separate realm altogether. They refer to Adam Kadmon as perfect being and as being a separate world altogether, and then Chokmah would be the first realm and Bina would be the second realm, then all of these would be the third realm, and then Malkut would be the 4th realm. Other people still would have the top 3 as the first realm, then the next 3 as the second realm, then the next 3 as the third realm, and then the bottom one as the 4th realm. The names of the realms are Atziluth, Briah, Yetzirah, and Assiah, and they are associated with the 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth. The reason why in this order? Well, simply because earth is the most concrete of the elements. It includes all of the previous 3, and that is exactly what Malkut does. It includes everything that emanates from Kether all the way down. I will be talking about emanation, of course, during this video, since it is the most traditional way of thinking about the Tree of Life. And David Haim-Smith's non-emanationist book is not yet out. Then we have Yetzirah or Yetzirah, which is associated with air, and that is the realm of imagination, inner experience, the intellect, emotion, devotion, mercy, and severity. Then there is Briah, which is the realm of impressions. If this is the realm of concepts and conceptualization, this is the realm where we go from not being aware to being aware, from the potential of awareness to awareness. And finally, Kether, associated with Atziluth, the element of fire, since it is said that one's ego has to die in order to experience Kether. You might even say that Kether can't be experienced, it can only be been. Now, those are the 4 worlds described on a single Tree of Life, but all of this is fractal. And so these 4 worlds can be shown on the Tree of Life, but the Tree of Life can be shown in the 4 worlds as well. There is a Tree of Life for Assiah. There's a Tree of Life for Yetzirah or Yetzirah. There's a Tree of Life for Briah, and there's a Tree of Life for Atziluth. Because these are just conceptual maps, conceptual diagrams, which are very often confused for actual real things, it's important to remember that these are maps that describe everything. And so everything within these maps is represented by everything else within both maps. There is an Atziluth and a Briah and a Yetzirah and an Assiah of Hod. There is an Atziluth and a Briah and a Yetzirah and an Assiah of Chokmah. In the same way, there is an entire tree of life of Briah. There's an entire tree of life of Yetzirah, and so on. You could point to the Chesed of Atziluth. You could point to the Malkut of Assiah. But also, you can point to the Briah of Assiah. And you can point to the Atziluth of Briah in the same way as you can point to the Hod aspects of Yesod. And you can point to the Chokmah aspects of Geburah. So both of these maps are 100% fractal, which brings me back to the Hermetic principle, as above, so below. If you know how the above works, you know how the below works. And in the other way round, if you know how the below works, you know how the above works. So where am I going with all of this? Well, in next week's video, I'll be showing you how the tarot corresponds to all of this. You know that there are 10 pips in the tarot, and you know that there are 4 suits in the tarot. Atziluth corresponds to the battens. Briah corresponds to the cups. Yetzirah or Yetzirah corresponds to the swords. And Assiah corresponds to the coins. You also see these represented in the zodiac with fire signs and water signs and air signs and earth signs. And you also see them represented on the tetramorph. Whenever you see a picture of Jesus, let me do a terrible Jesus here. Wow, this is really not going well. Doing some kind of hello with an angel up here and an eagle. It's a fantastic eagle. A calf over here. And a lion. Those 4 representations represent those 4 elements. I was very interested to learn that the eagle does not represent air, but represents water, because it represents Scorpion, and Scorpio is the main water sign. In the same way, the angel or human represents the sign of Aquarius, which, despite its name, is a sign of air. So the eagle represents water, the angel or man represents air, the calf represents Taurus, the earth symbol, and the lion represents Leo, the fire symbol. Let's give Jesus a traditional beard and a bit of hair. Go on then. So what is represented by these 4 worlds? First of all, earth represents everything material, everything to do with the physical realm, material possessions, material concerns. Then you have air, Yetzirah, which concerns entirely matters of the mind, the intellect, emotions, imagination, and so on. Briah represents love generally, the parts of the mind that we're not in control of, the subconscious, the collective conscious, and so on. Finally, Atziluth, represented by fire, encompasses the world of potential, the divine spark, creation, the creative genius, the origin of things, expansion of nothing into everything, and so on. So there you have it, a very brief introduction to the 4 worlds of the Tree of Life. I hope you find it useful. Thanks ever so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to check out the other videos in this series. And I'll see you very soon.